Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vicki Chats podcast. I have a very special guest with me in the studio today. Let's welcome Chris Dunn, Director of Fortified Life at Western Home Communities. With 14 years of experience in the healthcare industry, Chris is passionate about helping individuals and families navigate important life decisions while building meaningful connections throughout the Cedar Valley. A graduate of the University of Northern Iowa. Go Panthers! Chris is calling the Cedar Valley home and has done so since 2012. In his role at Fortified Life, he cultivates relationships with residents of Western Home communities and members of the community, helping people discover resources, opportunities, and services that support a fulfilling future. When he's not working, you'll likely find Chris spending time with family and friends or enjoying the great outdoors. Today, he's here to talk about Western Home Communities' upcoming Financial Summit, a free educational event designed to help people plan with confidence through expert insights on charitable giving, estate planning, and the future of long-term care. Please welcome with me, Chris Dunn. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you so much for having me today.
It's such a pleasure and such an honor. So, Chris, for listeners and viewers meeting you for the first time, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with Western Home Communities.
So as Vicki said, my name is Chris Dunn. I am the Director of Sales with Fortified Life, which is a Western Home product out in Cedar Falls. The big thing about Fortified Life is it really gives you the peace of mind for when you were to need long-term care. And so that includes assisted living, at-home services, nursing care, as well as memory care. And so there's an entrance fee for Fortified Life and then a monthly fee. And then individuals are able and guaranteed a spot within Western Home Communities' realm of care.
That is so beautiful. And you've called the Cedar Valley home since 2012. What made this community feel like home to you, Chris?
Yeah, so I came up here for college, as Vicki said, went to the University of Northern Iowa, and it just felt like a place I needed to be. It's a sense of family, a sense of community, and I fell in love with everything Cedar Valley. And so I have never left and am raising my family here in the Cedar Valley now.
Yay, I love that. That's beautiful. And how did your career path lead you into senior living and community outreach?
And so I would say a big part of what led me into senior care would be the inspiration that my grandparents had on me. And so really being able to be there and create and cultivate relationships with the aging community has really helped me develop and who I want to be, not only now, but in the future as well.
So grandparents were your inspiration.
Absolutely.
Aw, that's so beautiful. And what inspired Western Home Communities to create the Financial Summit?
And so Western Home, in part with Fortified Life at Western Home, really the Financial Summit was created because we have seen way too many times people needing that long-term care and there not being a plan put in place. And so we created the Financial Summit to help people better prepare for when they were to need long-term care and what it all has to offer.
Yes. And who should attend this event?
Yeah, that's a great question. And the real answer is anybody who's interested in long-term care and planning for their future. So Western Home is obviously a 55 plus community, but that doesn't mean we can't have people and individuals younger than 55. Maybe they're looking for their parents or their in-laws. And so planning and getting all that information sooner rather than later would be a huge benefit for everybody as well.
Wow, I love it. So what are some common misconceptions people have about retirement planning?
And I think one of the biggest things is that all this stuff is just going to fall into place for individuals. We've talked for years and years and years about how the baby boomers are going to be here. Well, that time is now.
Right?
The baby boomers are here. So making sure that you are preparing for when you are to need long-term care or at-home services with Thrivera or anything additional as well would be extremely beneficial for everybody thinking about retirement.
Oh my gosh, cool. So the summit includes a presentation called Giving with a Purpose. Why is charitable giving often part of a good financial plan?
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody wants to be able to give back to their
Yes.
communities. And I think that is one of the biggest things that people can benefit from the financial summit as well. And so we have local experts coming to talk about how to prepare for that and what you can do, especially as you're aging, to make sure that you still have the money that you need to get the care that you deserve, but that you're also still able to give to the community organizations that best serve you.
Ah, beautiful. People want to leave a legacy. What are some ways they can begin thinking about that today?
Yeah, and that is a big part of Fortified Life's mission
Mhm.
and Western Home's mission as well. Everybody wants to be leave a legacy, and everybody wants to be able to give generational wealth. And so, with Fortified Life, that is one thing you are able to do now. You're able to
Ooh.
really prepay for that, the future of long-term care, and
Oh.
really be able to start that planning process for your family as well.
And estate planning can feel intimidating, Chris. Why do so many people put it off?
Yeah, I think, nobody wants to talk about
No,
death.
no.
It's a hard thing to discuss.
Yes.
And so I think that is a big piece of why people really choose not to talk about it. And then they start to push it off and push it off. And then unfortunately, that time may be too late. And so really starting that conversation now, not only amongst you and your loved ones, but also with professionals in the area, is going to help better prepare you when that time does come as well.
And without giving away the whole presentation, what are a few costly estate planning mistakes people often make?
Yeah, and like Vicki said, I don't want to give away the whole presentation,
Right.
but like I said, we'll have local experts from
Mhm.
the area there to talk about that. One of the common misconceptions is that they don't need to prepare. Obviously, it's important to prepare.
Yeah.
Everybody is going to face this at some time
Mhm.
in their life, and so it's really just important to be prepared and not be scared to have that conversation with your loved ones
Mhm.
because it's such an important conversation to have as well.
Yes. And tell me, Chris, what does protecting your legacy really mean?
Yeah, I would say for me, protecting your legacy
Mhm.
is really that generational wealth. It's so important not only for individuals, but we all say we want to leave the world a better place than when we entered, and we want our
Yes.
kids to be better off than what we were.
Mhm.
And so, really preparing for the future is going to help that process for
Mhm.
all of our individuals as well.
Oh my gosh, yes. And how has the conversation around long term care changed over the past decade?
Yeah. Again, the baby boomers are here. The space is tight.
Mhm.
At Western Home Communities, obviously, we have a very large community, not only here in the Cedar Valley, but beyond. People want to know exactly what's going to happen. And that long term care has changed. It's going to continue to change. It's one of those things that is ever evolving. And Western Home is at the forefront of all that as well, making sure that we are in tip top shape to care for anybody who wants the services, which is part of the reason why Fortified Life was created. So, that we didn't just continue to build the brick and mortar, but that people could stay in their own home and get the care that they deserve in their own home as well.
Oh, yes, in their own home. And one topic focuses on the future of long term care. So, why is the future of long term care, that conversation, becoming increasingly important?
Yeah. So Chris Hansen, our CEO at Western Home,
Mhm.
is a very forward thinker.
Oh,
He really is innovative and really wants to put Western Home at the forefront of
nice.
everything long-term care.
Wow.
And so I think that is a big part of what his topic will be at the financial summit,
Sweet.
is talking about the future of long-term care.
Mhm.
Like I just said a moment ago, it's ever evolving long-term care. And so we want to make sure that we're in tip-top shape and at the forefront of all those changes that may be happening in the healthcare
Exactly.
industry as well.
Exactly. And how has the conversation around long term care changed over the past decade?
Yeah, I think the conversation is becoming a lot more prevalent. A lot of people are aging, and
Yes.
we want to make sure that we are there to take care of anybody that wants services
Right.
with Western Home Services.
Okay.
And that includes the at home, like I said. And so, that conversation is ever evolving,
Yes.
and long term care is ever evolving with it. And so, join us for the financial summit next Tuesday, sorry, so that you are able to learn all the details about the future of long-term care as
Yes.
well.
So it's Tuesday the 11th at the Diamond Event
Yep.
Center. What are the times?
Yep. So the event will start at 1 p.m. With presentations up until 4 o'clock. So we have 3 local experts who are coming in to talk about specific topics in regards to the financial summit. And then there is a social hour following that from 4 to 5, where you're able to talk a little bit more in detail with attendees, representatives of Western Home and Fortified Life, and the local experts as well.
That's wonderful. And what questions should families be asking today about their future care needs?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing people need to be asking is their mom and dad what their plans are.
Okay.
It's a conversation that a lot of people don't want to have.
Yeah.
And so making sure that you are aware as a family of what
Mhm.
those plans are going to be for individuals is going to be extremely important as well.
Yes, of course. And why is it so valuable to hear these topics discussed in one event rather than trying to piece information together on your own?
Yeah, and you get all the information from different local
Mhm.
experts all within one afternoon, and that is invaluable. A lot of times you have to meet with financial advisors, attorneys,
Yeah.
senior healthcare,
Mhm.
all these different organizations, and
Right.
piece it all together.
Yes.
When they're all together, you're getting that information cohesive
Mhm.
amongst a group of individuals as well. And so I would say that is one of the greatest aspects to the financial summit as well.
And if someone is in their 50s or early 60s, what planning steps should they start considering right now?
Yeah, I would say the financial integrity of the future.
Yeah.
So, that's the nice thing about Fortified Life is it is a prepaid medical expense where
Right.
individuals are able to come in and then they know they have that spot and they are going to get the great care that Western Home Services has become expected of.
I love it. And so outside of work, you enjoy everything outdoors. What's your favorite outdoor activity, Chris?
Yeah, I would say I really enjoy gardening. So it's
Ooh,
something I picked up a few years ago. And so
sweet.
I'm still learning, but it's a joy to be out there in the garden. And then reaping the benefits of the fresh vegetables is a great thing as well.
So who got you into gardening?
Really, actually, we saw a post from you and I about no plot or something like that. And so
Oh.
it's an organization within you and I that comes out and digs the hole and
Oh,
make sure that you have the
cool.
space for your garden. And then ever since then, I've just very much fallen for it and really enjoy doing
Oh
that.
my gosh. I remember I had a garden in Minneapolis when I was in my 20s. And I remember that first night after planting everything, planting it all out. And I went in the house. I couldn't sleep. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
right?
It brings a lot of joy for
Oh, it
sure.
sure does. It's beautiful. So if you had an entire Saturday with no obligations, how would you spend it?
I would definitely say outdoors with my family and friends.
Uh,
We enjoy hosting at our home, and so oftentimes we have individuals coming over, having a bonfire, enjoying a grill out,
yeah.
letting the kids run around and play.
Aw.
Sometimes it gets a little loud, but that's to be expected.
Yes.
And so really that is my ideal Saturday would just be hanging out with friends and family, being outdoors, and
Aw.
enjoying cooking and grilling.
And you have 5
I
children.
do, yes.
You're a busy man.
Yes.
And they all go to Waterloo School.
That is true, yes.
The eldest is in college.
Yep, that is correct. My oldest is 21 and my youngest is 9.
Oh, wow. I love it. It's beautiful. Enjoy them because it goes so quick.
It goes very quick, yes.
Yes, it does. So what's something people would be surprised to learn about you, Chris?
Oh, I think a lot of people are surprised to hear that I really am a homebody. I am
Ooh.
an extrovert. I really enjoy
Yes.
people, and I really enjoy being out in the community.
Uh-huh.
But my favorite thing is being home and enjoying time with my family as well.
Aw, I love that. What's one life lesson that you've learned from the residents that you've worked with?
Yeah, I have worked with a lot of different residents over my
Mhm.
years in senior living. And I would say the biggest piece that I always hear from all of
Mhm.
our residents is don't take any moment for granted.
Oh,
Really
yes.
enjoy
Yes.
doing what you're doing and get out there and make yourself vulnerable. Do things
Oh.
that you enjoy, try new things, and never take those moments for granted.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Allow yourself to be vulnerable.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, fabulous. And if you could give your younger self one piece of financial advice, Chris, what would it be?
Yeah, I would definitely say start planning for your future.
Oh,
Make sure you have a retirement account. Make sure that you are talking to your family about your future needs and your future wants, and making sure that you are making that very clear
mhm.
what your wishes are as you begin to age, and making sure you have a good family that's willing to support you in those needs as
Yes,
well.
yes, of course. And before we wrap up, Chris, remind listeners when, where, and how they can reserve their spot for the financial summit.
Yeah, so you can visit our website, westernhome.org/events.
Mhm.
And on that event page, you can scroll down and find the Financial Summit, and you are able to register right there. So we are requiring RSVPs for this event, and time is running out, obviously. We're
Yeah.
about a week away from the event. And so I do encourage everybody to go to that website, westernhome.org/events, and get
Mhm.
registered for that event today as well.
There you go. Wonderful. Any closing thoughts?
No, I appreciate you for having
Uh,
me today, and I hope to see many of your viewers at the Financial Summit.
yes, thank you so much,
Yes,
Chris. It's been an
absolutely.
honor and a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, my pleasure. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. See you at the summit. Have a wonderful time.